lovely day. Best believe I'm thankful for another lovely Kim 4. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what it's talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. Say we about to what? You know, they stopped making weapons after they made the motherfucking gun. As though the gun wasn't even an escalation, from something else. Homie still getting his in. And so y'all need to be focused on y'all. Focused on y'all. But, because winter is coming. You feel me? But I was talking to a friend of mine, and they couldn't believe that, it could be possible for them to have guns or weapons that could make people, veering into different lifestyles. And quite frankly, I find it quite strange, especially it's strange for me being from my background, and I understand why being from somebody else's background, they might not understand. But me being a product of, the 80s, I seen a lot of people do things that they didn't necessarily want to do in their right mind. You see what I'm saying? So when you seen that type of thing growing up, it's kind of hard for you to write somebody off just because they done a thing. And you, especially when you know that it has an antithesis or it has a catalyst, you know what I'm saying? That's associated with the same person that's trying to call this person out. Not you in particular order, but the people that's in power that deem this person as unworthy or undesirable. So therefore, the mistreatment in society continues, as well as up on the demise of this person. Nobody will feel bad. We really feel maybe a sense of relief because now that this person is gone, it's like, dang, you gotta worry about that person no more. I knew something was gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Now we see what happened. And I ain't gotta worry about that no more. But truth be told, we all play a part in each other's lives. So if we wish good things for each other, if we see the best in each other, whatever that best is that we choose to express to each other, then guess what? Only that will come forward. But when we pass judgment, and instead of becoming sensitive enough to us in the ways that are becoming to us, we become sensitive to everything else that other people do, quote unquote, to us, then we just work through other people, no different than playing video games. I remember when I used to play the video game, I used to always wish I could materialize the things that I was doing on the video game in real life. You know what I'm saying? Be able to express myself in certain ways is how I was able to control myself in real life. So for a lot of us, we have to learn to be able to control ourselves rather than keep playing the video game of, we think we can control everybody else. Don't get me wrong. Shit, you can ask anybody. Shit, whether it's playing a sports game or a shooting game possibly, depending on this person's inception into a thing, they'll tell you it's a lot easier to just play the video game than to actually be skilled and do these things in real time. Yet and still, when you play these things on the video game, just to show you how important this time is that we got here and how exposure and what we absorb works. As sure as you play this video game, you will become a skilled assassin. You feel me? You can become a skilled basketball player through going through the motions and having to remember what to do in certain timed efforts. I know when I first started playing the games, like the shooting games, it was like they used to have these buttons you could press to get you an automatic aim, so you'll always be on target. But nowadays they got it to where you actually gotta aim and sit there and assess it in real time or die. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that type of stuff, it's no different than the training that they put people through. So I'm just saying, in so many words, like, what are you training to do? What are you training to do? And are you sensitive enough? Like, because in this life, shit, we training people around us too. You feel me? So based on what you train your mind to think about other people, guess what? That's what they materialize into. So when you see that person and they be like, man, my worst nightmare came true today, it wasn't because in their mind they didn't think it would never happen, but because they had it in their mind that it was a possibility, you know what I'm saying, that they accepted would be their worst nightmare. Therefore, when the vibration became high enough, it was able to come into being. No different than with us, you feel me? Going back into the continuation of why you can't continue a thought, as well as becoming sensitive to you. Everything is vibration, but certain vibrations don't agree with the thought patterns that we are in. So from one moment to the next, you know, certain shit can change your vibration, even if it's looking at a thing. Like me just looking at a pole in front of me changed my vibration. Because sure as you looking at something, that's where you are. Where you place your focus is where your attention goes. Your attention is your conscious. Your consciousness is you. Your aware of being consciousness is you. It's all conscious. You feel me? But be that as it may, that's why you have so many things vying at your attention. Because they know after so many times, just like, you know, after so many times of one having intercourse, eventually a child is made. But most people tell you it didn't happen the first time. So in life, when it comes to advertisement, when it comes to prompting someone to do certain things, it's you're approached multiple times in order to get you to acquiesce. And essentially, it's no different than the massage of muscle, you know. Remember we talking about keeping your guard up, you know what I'm saying? These chapters run together. We build no different than, you know, when you keeping your guard up and somebody massages that muscle enough to where now that muscle that was once restricted softens and loosens, now your guard comes down. But there's no need to let your guard down when you know why your guard was up to begin with. Oh man. Oh, you sleep. Threw me off. You know why your guard was up to begin with. So to sit there and let your guard down and then somebody punch you in your face, and you knew they was gonna punch you in your face, you can't sit there and blame somebody else because you let your guard down for no reason. So be aware of the vibrations that you take in. Be aware of the things you make of importance. Shoot, for a lot of us, we're gonna have to unsubscribe to a lot of different things. You know, as sure as you're on YouTube right now watching this, it's a lot of things I'm sure that come up and down your stream. So you're like, man, I gotta see what's going on with this. But you know, at the end of the day, it's not working you nowhere towards the progress that you seek to make. It's not working you towards that direction. And with it not working you towards that direction, it's not towards your benefit that you continue with. So with that being said, I would suggest that you let that shit be. Let it go. Because at some point in life, you gotta make decisions that are to your upliftment and not to your detriment. Now, as far as people go, you know, we was talking about that earlier. As far as people go and how to deal with that, a lot of times people want to throw away, you know, people People want to throw away people just because they do one thing that they don't like. Come here. And truth be told, yeah, you can go about like doing that, but how many people you gonna throw away though? How many people you gonna throw away? Where y'all coming from? Kitty. Where y'all coming from? Where you coming from? Look, y'all. Guess y'all wonder what I'm checking out. It just keep popping up on your boy. But at some point, we have to make decisions that's towards our upliftment and not towards our detriment. Not towards our detriment. Let y'all see him one more. Come here. Come here. He just keep on trying to follow me on the low, though. He think he's slick. But he think he's slick. Come here. Where the other one go? Come here. Come here. Sorry about this, y'all. A little bit distracted. But like I said, we talking about vibrations today. And sure as I'm talking about vibrations, see some little baby kittens. And at this point, I just want y'all to think about how we affect life and how life affects us. Shout out to my brother Yeshua. If you ever around certain people and it becomes hard for you to maintain certain thought processes, it's imperative that you pay attention to who you're around when this happens. A lot of times we would use this as an excuse, Peace King. We would use this as an excuse to write people off. But truth be told, if everybody in life wrote you off every time you made a mistake, would you even be here today? Would you have anybody to talk to? Come on. Would you have anybody to talk to? So it's imperative that you get to a point that you stop letting people change you. Because here it is, that's the thing that's going to be to your detriment. The fact that you let this person change you from who you were. Now you a person that write people off. When before them, was you writing people off? Feel me? Was you writing people off before you met this person? If you wasn't writing people off before you met this person, then you allow for this person to turn you into a person that doesn't have patience nor understanding for nobody. And when you lack understanding, the thing that come with that is people will lack understanding for you. People will have a lack of understanding for you. So the same measure in which you extend to other people will be extended unto you. And it's imperative that you recognize these things. It's imperative that you recognize these things. So, baby. All right, I'm going to see y'all in a minute. Y'all be safe out here. Like I said, it's too many times that we get in life to pay attention to the signs and the energy that's around us. But too often we want to use that to make us more bougie. Make us feel like we better than other people. And quite frankly, once you begin to do that type of thing, the energy that was meant to uplift you will be the same energy that come and bring you down. Come to bring you down because of the way in which you utilize it. The way in which you utilize this energy. This is our life. This is our moment. This is our time. As much as we feel like there's so many people out there trying to distract us, we got to be careful who we give our energy to. If you keep on giving your energy to people who don't seek to build you up, you know what I'm saying? They talking about nonsense that ain't for your upliftment. Like, I really feel like I need to change the mission statement for this channel, because we not trying to save the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not on no empty mission. But what I do recognize, like I was once told, I'm not here to build great debaters. I'm not here to build great individual success stories. But what I am here to build is great people in general. Feel me? Because I know what I'm building towards. You know, I'm building back towards my greatness. And so many things were stripped from me. So many things was kept from me, to the point, you know, I lost sight of my identity for a time period, as so many of us have. A lot of us, like myself, was born into a time when we had to create a whole nother identity. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it pushing and keep us from falling to the ills of society. Because lacking an identity, one is left to the ills of society. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So it's easy. That's why it's so easy to point out the wrong in somebody else. Because shoot, it's clear to see who ain't playing the game. And merely because you're not playing the game, that's why you wrong. That's why society deems you wrong. And matter of fact, you a threat to society, because if enough people get to doing what you doing, then we ain't got nobody to play the game. You feel me? And this is something I peaked as a child. But somewhere down the line, this thing got stumped out of me. The numbers grew enough to where, guess what? I had to get along with the program too, to an extent. But I did not forget. I did not forget. And if you forgot, this message is so you don't forget. Don't forget, man. This is a game. This is a game. This is a game. And depending on how you play, how they said, depending on how you play, it's gonna determine how you go out. But if you too busy trying to show out, then that's your route. That's your route. And you'll most likely go out with that bang. With that bang. But not because you didn't choose it. Not because you didn't choose it. Again, I'm starting to feel like life is nothing but a lucid dream. And we get the opportunity to move things around, to set things up for the inevitable sleep that we all must face. Whether it's the long nap or the short one. You feel me? Don't be so fearful of it that you don't know what you scared of. Like, a lot of us still got these programmed fears that was given to us by our parents, to the point we don't even know what we scared of, for real, for real. Whether your parents be the ills of society or whatnot, a lot of us, like I said, do not even know what we scared of. But to surmise it, they got us scared to look, scared to think, scared to fail, scared to succeed. So in essence, you're a slave to what other people want you to be. If you're not doing nothing, then the people that are doing something will define you, or define your use fruitfulness or not. But I'm here to tell you I love you as myself. Because I know I attract versions of myself. And I know we don't die. We really do multiply. We really do. Sure as you cut one head off, 10 grow back, if not more at this point. So, what are you really worried about? Only thing you should be worried about is not being you with this time that you have to do so. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what he's talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we just what? We just broke bread right now. So y'all check out the rest of the videos. See what we got over here. Nothing but upliftment for you. You feel me? That's all we giving.